Welcome to the Stock Health series. In this series we are going to look at certain parameters and get to the final health score of the stock requested by you in the comments section. This is an advanced version of our basic explainer video. Please check out our Stock Health series explainer video first to fully understand this video. Link for the same is in the description. So let's start today's video. Today's stock is Lupin, which was requested by one of our wonderful subscriber. It has a market cap around 95,000 crores and price around 2,000. Lupin is in the pharmaceutical industry, with a product portfolio into generic, specialty drugs and APIs. Lupin has a 35-65 split in revenue related to domestic and exports. Overall industry growth is around 8.5%. Considering all the points, Lupin gets business model score of 7 out of possible 10. In case of liquidity, let's look at these three parameters. Debt to equity is 0.3. Interest coverage is 18.58. And the current ratio is 1.87. So we have a liquidity score of 4 out of 5. For activity score, let's look at the cash conversion cycle. Here, days of sales outstanding are 88, days of inventory on hand is 281 days and payables is 142 days. So we have a cash cycle of 227 days, which is not the best. So we have an activity score of 4 out of possible 10. For profitability score, we will be looking at NPM, ROCE and ROE. Considering this data, Lupin gets a profitability score of 3 out of 5. In terms of governance, promoter holding and pledge percentage are very important. In the case of Lupin, promoter holding is around 46.9% and there are no shares pledged. So in the case of governance, Lupin gets 6 out of possible 10. Consistency and stability can be measured using standard deviation on NPM, ROCE, asset turnover, and inventory turnover. Here all the numbers are 9.86, 9.66, 0.14, and 1.44 respectively. So, Lupin gets 3 out of 5 in stability. In miscellaneous score, we will be looking for other pros and cons of the company. In Lupin's case, they have a very good diversification in terms of medicines. Having exports to many countries, their major revenue comes from the USA, which can be vulnerable to tariff or other policy changes. So they get a score of 6 out of possible 10. Revenue growth of Lupin in terms of compound annual growth rate for the last 3, 5, and 7 years is 11, 8 and 5% respectively. The estimated growth for revenue for the next 5 years is around 7%, which is average. So the growth score comes 9 out of 15. For valuation, we are checking 3 factors. First is price to sales, which is 4.1 for Lupin, which is little lesser than 5. Justified earnings, adjusted P, and current value of Lupin are as follows. By multiplying earnings in PE, we get proper market value, which is 105,000 crores. The current value is very close to the proper value. By estimating future value using CAGR, NPM, and PE, we get a forecasted value of 155,000 crores, which shows around 67% returns in the next 5 years. So considering all the factors, we reach a score of 17 out of possible 30 in valuation. So after evaluating all the points, the final score for Lupin is 59 out of possible 100. You can pause the video for a summary. This video is only for educational purposes, not to be taken as investment advice. Do your due diligence before taking any investment decisions. Leave a comment about which stock would you love to see video on next.